Concluding section, the part 2 of our previous video, the Stochastic RSI strategy. Um, this is live trade videos. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. We have other interesting content that you can also subscribe to. So we're talking about so I kind of explained the strategy, and then what I want to do for this particular part is just to basically try and look at different charts and see how I can, do my markups, right? So I want to mark up my charts. Basically, that is just what I want to do here because I feel I have kind of explained um, the strategy as best as I can. But if by the time I'm done and you probably need some further explanation, then you can reach out to us at Live Trade Videos and we'll see how we are going to what we're going to do about it. Okay. So let me check out US 100. So I want to just do my markups basically. Now this is US 100. Okay. This is US 100. Now US 100 presently, I'm using my 1 hour as my the time frame for identifying what the trend is. Okay, so as you can see from here, the market has been going down, went down from here, went up a bit, came back down, now it's up. Okay, so currently the market is on an uptrend. You can also see that on the 1 hour time frame, my RSI is above 50. RSI is above 50. So like the uptrend is just starting. So what you can see here is that the market has gone up to this high and seems it's about to start retracing. But we don't know where it's likely to retrace, right? So let me just draw my let me do my markups. Let me do my markups basically. Okay. So right now, this is where this is the closest resistance, sorry, closest support. This can be like the closest resistance here, but I don't like to draw those resistance areas manually. I like to draw them with the help of my support and resistance indicator, right? So I'll do that right now. I'll use my support and resistance indicator to draw so I have drawn this particular support. I can't see any resistance. The closest one is here on 1 hour, so I can probably go to 15 minutes to see if there's any. Okay, there's a resistance here. There's also another resistance here as well. There's another support here as well. So you have like a support zone around here, right? Now, if you look at what is happening here on 1 hour. The trend is an uptrend, but you can see that you just have just a little. The RSI is just a little bit above 50. But if you go to your 15 minutes, you'll see what's going on here. You notice that we've been having, this is a low, this is a higher low, this is another higher low. Now this is another higher low. Now we have like another low here, which is, so you can see that this uptrend is kind of, because it keeps going up, right? Keeps going up, keeps going up, keeps going up. Okay, so what I would want to do, I would definitely want to see if I can trace it. I'm working with the 1 hour, the 15 minutes, and also the 5 minutes as well. Okay, so I want to trace this and see what I can make of it. Okay, so let me see how it looks like on 1 hour. Okay, nice. Now, drawing this trend line is like the tricky part. But like I always say, you want to, on an uptrend, you are trying to link the what? The lows. You are trying to link the what? The lows. You want to link them. That is what you are trying to do. Now, you don't necessarily have to link the trend line does not necessarily have to touch all of the lows. It doesn't have to touch them. Okay? Does not have to touch all the lows. Now, the first thing I said I did was to draw my support and resistance what level. So I drew the closest support and resistance to the chart on 1 hour. Then the next thing I did was to go to 15 minutes and draw the minor ones. Now there's still so much space here. There's so much space here. I believe that if I should go to 5 minutes, maybe I might see a support or resistance, between between this very large space here. Let me go to my 5 minutes. It's the weekend, so I might not really see. There's supposed to be, probably it should be like a support somewhere around here. But I can't really see it. It's not really being drawn because I'm having this class in the weekend and markets are kind of closed right now. So if you look to your left, you would see that this line that I drew, you would see that there are many touches here. There's a touch here. There's a kind of resistance around here. The resistance around here. You can see that, right? Okay, so like I said, the trend is an uptrend. So probably what I'm looking out for is, as this candle is going down, it might probably get down here, hit this support, and then start pushing back up. Let me draw my moving average. Let me add a moving average, my moving average here. Now we can see how this moving average is acting as a support, trying to push the price back up. Okay, it's trying to push the price back up. Okay, so like I said, we're probably looking to buy around here, around here, around 14951.76, because we're expecting that the price should hit here and go, so that this trend will continue, because the trend is like this. It went up, there was a retracement, went up, retracement, went up, retracing at this particular, so there's like a support around that place. For it to hit that support, then what? Go up. But remember, we want to buy as close to the support as what possible. So we're looking to buy maybe around here, put our stop loss just below this recent low. Once it comes down there and it starts to go up, we want to buy at that particular region. So this is like a buy region, right? Like here is where you are looking to do what? To buy. Okay, so you are looking to do what? To buy around this region. Now if the candle now breaks it and goes, this is on 15 minutes anyway, even if it breaks it, as long as your RSI is still above 50 on the 1 hour time frame, your trend is still up, right? So what we are actually expecting is for the candle to come and then push up, and then this will be our first take profit. Our take profit one. This will be our first take profit one. So that is basically, what I used here, I use my support and resistance, use my trend line, and use my moving average. Sometimes I use Fibonacci to help me identify where the price is likely to retrace from. Now, for example, I talked about impulse and retracement. So this is an impulse, a retracement, impulse. Now, let me show us something. I don't. Let me try and show us something. So, hold on. So let's say I draw this. Let me draw like an uptrend. Impulse, retracement, impulse, retracement, impulse, retracement, impulse, retracement, impulse. Now, if I was to draw a Fibonacci retracement tool on this is my Fibonacci. No, hold on. If I draw this Fibonacci retracement tool from here, from this low, where's my, hold on, I'm trying to draw. It's not allowing me to do that. So I'll do it on a normal chart, right? So from here right now, this was on 1 hour, this was the, you want to draw your Fibonacci from the lowest, from the recent low to the recent high, right? So this is the recent low, and this is the recent high. Now you want to measure where the price is likely to retrace from. Okay, so there's a kind of so this candle might either retrace from here, might look, go probably come down to this support level and then go up, or it might come down to 38.2 and then go up, or come down to 50.0 or go up, or even come down to 61.8 and go up. Now, all of these that are happening, if it's going to do that, it must be happening within, as long as my RSI is what? Above 50. Once it goes below 50, you know that that's like a downtrend is about to start, right? But let's not get confused by what I just said now. I'm just saying that 38.2, 50.0, and 14857.03, these are what? Retracement level. By retracement, we mean that these are areas where you are expecting some kind of rejection to the upside, since the trend is upwards. Okay, since the trend is an upward trend, they're expecting those kind of rejections around that area. And then what you want to do is you want to be looking to do to buy around that area. The best place to buy is at a support. You place your buy maybe somewhere here, put your stop loss below, place your buy here, put your stop loss here, place your buy here, put your stop loss here. If you can do that, like here, you want to be buying here, you want to be buying here, you want to be buying around here, you want to be buying around here, and then once this happens, you also want to be buying maybe somewhere around here. That is the idea behind what we are trying to do. You want to make sure that you are buying close to the support as possible, and that you are selling close to the resistance as possible. Now let me try another instrument, US 500, and see what we can achieve there. So on US 500, you can also see that the trend, the RSI is also above 50. It's similar to what is happening on US 100. So we probably need to go to another chart that is saying something different. All of them, they're kind of similar right now. Okay, let's see what is happening on the dollar index. Dollar index is also an index. Let us see what's happening there. Okay, look at dollar index. That's been in an uptrend for a very long time. Can see that? Can you see it? Can see that, right? Okay, but we are not working with the 4 hours. Remember, we are working with 1 hour, 15 minutes, and 5 hours. So, from here, I think somewhere here, the trend was up from here. This is where the RSI went above 50, and much of the RSI has been above 50, which is good, right? Like I said, you want, if more of the RSI is above 50, then it will be easier for you to identify the trend. But if it is just starting, it might, for beginners, for those who don't really have an experience in it, it might be a bit tricky for you. So now we have our RSI is actually more, more of it is above 50. Like from here, you can see that we have more of the RSI above what 50, which is a good thing, right? So what I want to do is do my markups. This is where the price is currently. So this is the closest resistance here. Although this support is kind of far, I think there's a support around here. Let me go to 15 minutes and see. There's a support around here, right? There's also another resistance, just this little one on 15 minutes. I can just draw it. Not that it matters really much, but I'm kind of, I do stuff like that. Just draw it, any line I see there. I also go to my 5 minutes and draw, the ones that I still see. This one, draw this one. I can, sometimes these lines, you have to redraw them sometimes so that they can, you know, so that the one, because sometimes when, if you don't click on all the time frames, sometimes maybe you might be drawing a line on, might be aligning these lines with lines that are not even supposed to be there, because just by clicking on the various time frames, you can actually refresh the chart so that it will be showing you the current situation of things. Okay, so from this I can draw like my trend line from here, right, somewhere around here. Let me use my crosshair to check here, somewhere around here. So from this low, I'm going to link up with this recent low here, right? I'm linking up from this low to this particular low. Let me see what's happening here. So this is actually an uptrend, but what happened here was that the trend was up, was going up, and then it went down below like there was like a momentary, look at it here, there was like a momentary, just went down below the trend, right, and then went back up immediately, and then it's still continuing on that particular trend. Okay, right. So 5 15 5. Okay, so what we want to do now, we know that the trend is upwards. Now you can see that if you wanted to buy, these are the likely areas. Let me add my moving average to see what's happening. Okay, if you want to buy now, for some of us, we might probably want to buy above here once the price goes above the moving average. But I used to do that before, but I think lately, just because of risk management, because I'm trying to protect my funds, I try to buy from the support. This is a support. So basically, what I did was, remember, I'm not buying from the 1 hour time frame. We are going to the 15 minutes time frame. Okay. So what I would normally want to do is to buy this is a support, right? Once I start seeing some kind of buying pressure, I just enter a buy and put my stop loss here. The reason why I'm entering a buy maybe somewhere around here, even before the moving average, is because from my buy entry to my stop loss is going to be small. But if I enter after this particular candle has closed and I enter on the next candle, my stop loss, the more the price goes away from the, like the higher the price goes away from the stop loss, the higher your potential loss is. So I try to buy, as close to the support and then sell as close to the resistance as possible so that I can maximize. My risk to my reward ratio can be good. Like let's say my risk can be like 1 and then my reward can be like 5. Okay. But ideally I'm supposed to probably wait for this candle to close above this moving average, then probably buy once it has closed above it. But like I said, someone like me would just buy here and put my stop loss here because I'm trying to make sure that my stop loss value is not much. Okay, that's my own personal preference when it comes to this particular strategy. Okay, but ideally on an uptrend, you want to buy above the moving average and then sell on a downtrend. If there's a moving average, you want the candle to close below the moving average on 15 minutes, and then on the next candle you want to do what? Sell, right? But let's continue. All right, so we can see I can see some kind of bullish pressure here because this particular candle has landed on this what do you call it, on this support, and it's being rejected. That is this support here, 103.95. You can see the candle was going down, it came here. Now it's going, it's being rejected, so I'm expecting it to go up, and that is coinciding with my RSI trying to go above 50 and my stochastic RSI also crossing in that direction upwards. Okay, so on 5 minutes you can see that that has already happened. It has gone up, so I'm probably expecting this will be like my take profit one. This will be like my TP1, and then this will be my what? TP what? 2. Okay, that will be my TP what? 2. I hope you are following. So I just drew the markup um for USDIDX. Okay, now let me look for another one. Let's look at D30 and see how we can make sense of it. So for D30, I'm going to my strategy. Now look at, I have like these old lines. I can just delete them. I probably drew them some time back and forgot to delete them. Click on all of the time frames to just make sure that what you are seeing is what is recent price action, not what has happened in the past. Now for US30, for D30, RSI on 1 hour is just above 15, right? It's above 15. Sorry, it's above 50. It's above 50. But I don't these things can be tricky sometimes. It can really be tricky. But as you can see from what is happening here, this was a downtrend, then it went up, then it went down. Now it's going up. But this was on this downtrend, this was like the previous. Now this might be confusing to some of us. That is why I use my RSI in trying to gauge what the time frame is. Okay. And then my moving average will also help me. If I draw my moving average and it is below the current price, okay, you can see that my moving average is below the current price. Okay, so I'm actually going for that uptrend. It might be a little bit tricky, trust me. It can really be tricky. So I want to draw the closest resistance and the closest support on 1 hour. Then I go to my 15 minutes time frame. There's just this small one here. I like to just draw them out as well. There's this minor one, this minor support here, this minor one here. Go to 5 minutes and see if there's any. There's one more here. Okay, there's another one here. All right. So what I want to do is also now I'm trying to figure out how to draw this trend line, right? Let me check something. So you can see what's happening here. You can see what is happening here clearly. The trend is actually going up, right? So it went up here, came down. So this was like a what do you call it? A low, a higher low. Trying to do the same thing again. I'm not saying this is I'm looking at this from 15 minutes. As I'm looking at it right now, it's showing an uptrend, but I'm not saying it's an uptrend based on what I'm seeing here on 15 minutes. I'm using my 1 hour time frame. Because of my 1 hour time frame, this RSI has gone above 50. I could easily have drawn something like this. Oh, sorry. I could easily have drawn let me check some. I could easily have drawn this, to just try and make sense of it, but this is not even correct. Probably should be linking with maybe other lows, maybe this one or this one, but not this. I don't think it should be this one. Okay. So there's a resistance somewhere on 4 hours. That is why I like to use my moving average, because to help me. You can see that on 4 hours you can still buy up until this area here where you have this moving average on 4 hours, which might likely cause like a rejection. Okay, that's you can still buy at this up to here before you can start thinking of any rejection. So on 15 minutes I want to see if I can link this up and see how it goes, or even actually do it from here, because if I go to 1 hour, that's where. Now, where I drew this trend line, it does not necessarily mean that, because this candle can still go below this trend line, right? And form, you can have like another candle here with another wick. If it does that, I can adjust my trend line from here to this one. As long as what? As long as my RSI is still above what? 50 on the higher time frame. As long as my RSI is above what? 50, no matter how downwards these candles go, as long, even if the RSI on 15 minutes, even if it goes below 50, because as these candles are going down on 15 minutes, you'll notice that this RSI will start going down and the stochastic RSI will start going down as well. But that is on 15 minutes. But as long as when you check your 1 hour time frame, this RSI is still above 50, then you know that you are still on a what? On a buy trend, and you're still actively looking for what? For buys. Okay. So I go to 15 minutes. You can see that what do you call it? I'm moving at these candles are above my moving average. Okay. You can see that there's even some kind of buy. Look at what is happening here. This RSI is coming and is trying to bounce off and go like this. And my stochastic RSI is also is going and it's kind of coming up like this as well. So my stochastic RSI is on an oversold level on the 5 minutes, and my RSI is also trying to push up. Trying to let me know that this what do you call it? That this new after the retracement, the market is trying to probably buy again. Okay, and it's even at, like close to a moving average, so I could probably put my stop loss somewhere around here. Put my stop loss somewhere around there. I hope you understand what I'm talking about. If you don't, you can just ask your questions in the comment section. Okay, so I can put my stop loss somewhere around here, 15698.5, which is somewhere here. Wait, 15698.5, somewhere here, 15698.5. Okay, so we can see it here that this move is trying to start going up. Like what happened here, you can see what happened here. Trying to, okay, look, like, okay, trying to give an example of what you see here. Okay, look at what's like here right now, like here. Look at here. You can see how this RSI was, came here on 5 minutes. It came here, bounced as at this area. You can see that my stochastic RSI is also on an oversold level. Then you can see what happened there. You can see how it bought from here all the way to this point. Okay, you can see how it bought from here all the way to that point here. Let's see how it looks like. 15728. Nice. Okay. Nice. All right. So I hope you understood what just happened now, right? So we are placing our buy here, right? You want to look to place your buy as close to this trend line and the moving average as possible. You want to place your buy here, set your first take profit here, and then target this proven resistance for your what? For your second what? Take what? Profit. Okay, that is what you want to do. That is what you want to do. Okay. Right, let's look at currencies and see what we can do for currencies. Let's see how we can make sense of currencies. I hope we are understanding what I'm trying. I'm just trying to be practical this time around. Put what I have said into practice. Like we have placed some trades on it, but the market is not open. Now this is kind of tricky. We don't know if this is an uptrend or a downtrend. We don't really know, right? This is like 49.9, so it's like on 50. So yeah, you just have to ignore this. Now for GBP USD is below 50, right? It's on 40. The RSI value is of 45, so it's below 50, and it came below 50 from here. So let's say come below here, right? Second below 50 around here, around here. So that means here we are going to be drawing what's the closest now? This is like the closest support, closest resistance on 1 hour, which is kind of far. I could probably go to 15 minutes and see if I can see a closer support and resistance there. Nice. Okay, so I can see like this is the closest resistance here. This is the closest support here, right? Okay, so I've been able to do that. Then I go to, so I couldn't see if the market was open. Probably I'd have seen, this support or resistance being drawn here. But right now we have I do this on the 15 minutes. Now I go to the 5 minutes to see. Okay, I have a couple of them here. Another one here. So I'm using 3 time frames. I'm using the primary trend, the primary time frame, which is used for identifying the trend. Now that time frame is the 1 hour. The intermediate time frame is the 15 minutes, and the short term time frame is 5 minutes. Okay, so now I'm drawing this from here to connect from this high to connect to this lower high. Okay, now let me draw my moving average. Now this is under. If my moving average is above, if it's above here, if it's like it has to be above. My moving average has to be above this current candle for me to say, oh, it's kind of just or above the current market price. It has to be not below this market price, but above it, anywhere above it, for me to say that this trend is still an uptrend. Okay, so let me add my moving average. You can see that it is above it, right? So I'm good. Then on 15 minutes, you can see that on 15 minutes, my RSI is, attempting to go below 50. As a classic RSI is on an overbought, overbought level, trying, it's crossing downward. So you can see something like RSI is, trying to come down below 50. And my stochastic RSI is crossing downwards from an overbought level, right? So as this is going down, this is also what's going down, which will also make this go down as well. Okay, so let us check the 5 minutes time frame too. You can see that on the 5 minutes time frame, my RSI is already below 50 and my stochastic RSI is already downwards. It's already down as well. Okay, it's already down as well. And you can see like this inverted hammer. It's an inverted hammer on 5 minutes. Can you see? Which is even signaling that um sell. Okay. All right. So we can tell from this that we are looking to place a sell here. The trend is downwards, right? The trend is down. The trend is downwards. Um, my RSI is attempting to go below 50. Attempting to go below 50, and on 15 minutes, on 5 minutes, it's already what? It's already down. It's already what? It's already down. Okay. All right. So that is that for D30. Let us look at let's check out USD and see if we can make sense out of it. So you want to click on the different time frames. Now add our strategy, Stochastic RSI, with all of its indicators already imputed. Now look at USD You can see that my RSI is above 50, starting from somewhere around here. Okay, from somewhere around here, which is from this particular low here. So I can link from here to the recent low here, right? Or even this one. I can't bypass, I can't do something like this and bypass these other ones here. Or else I'm probably going to do, if I was to prevent that, it's probably be something like this, from this particular low here to this one. You can probably see what it looks like here, right? That can also work. Sometimes we have to, it can be tricky sometimes, right? It can be tricky sometimes. So on 1 hour, the USD JPY is on an uptrend. Now this uptrend started from here. If I attempt to draw this from here, but you know why? Okay, now look at, if I draw this in from here, it still touches this, right? It still touches it, right? But if I'm to draw my support and resistance on 1 hour, I really wouldn't be coming down here. I'll just be wanting to deal with the closest support, which is here. And then, I mean, is there like a, okay, the closest resistance, which is here on 1 hour. Okay, then go to 15 minutes, draw like the minor ones on 15 minutes, which is this resistance here, and then this support here. If you go to 15 minutes, you see that this uptrend started from here, which is from this particular place here, which is also from this particular low here, right? But I'm not encouraged. I don't think you should be drawing your trend lines from 1 hour. You want to be drawing them. Sorry, I don't think you should be drawing your trend lines from 15 minutes. I think you want to be drawing them from the 1 hour time frame. 1 hour, and it's not, I think you should be drawing them if you're going to use 1 hour, 15 minutes, and 5 minutes. If 1 hour is going to be your main time frame for identifying the trend, then that is where you should be identifying the trend from. So your 15 minutes is your intermediate time frame where you want to place your entries. Then your five minutes is like your short term time frame where you want to confirm what is actually going on in the 1 hour time frame. So if I was to draw this from here, I did from the RSI, I'm supposed to draw it from here. From here. But the reason, and then link it here. But the reason why I did not draw it from here anymore is because it's not supposed to go above these candles. Then it becomes. I mean, look at what's going on here. This is not how to draw a trend line at all. Okay, so I'm linking this low with this current low here. This low with this low with a higher low. Okay, that's what I'm trying to do. Pune, just adjust it a bit. Exactly. Then let me add my moving average. My moving average should be below. It should be below. My moving average should be below here to confirm that this is actually an uptrend. Okay. So let me add my moving average. It's below, right? Okay, I go to 15 minutes. Look at it, acting right, like acting as a support here. Let me go to 5 minutes. Now you can see that there's a support here. Let me move this a bit. There's a support here. There's a kind of resist. There's a minor one here. There's another minor one here. Right? You can see what's going on here. This is where I would have bought from here. From here. Just around here. You can see that the RSI is going above 50. It's going above 50 here. And the stochastic RSI is also crossing in the direction of the what? Of the RSI. Okay? That is basically what we want to do. So you can see how I just did it with now look at 1 hour. You can see what's going on here. There's been a retracement. Let me use my Fibonacci retracement level to draw from the recent low to the recent high. You can see how price is rejecting, from the 38.2 Fibonacci level. So I can draw like this Fib level, draw a line on the Fib level. So this is like a resistance area here. Or even I could even add the 50 since price went down and could not get to 50. So no, sorry, this is like a support region here where we are expecting the retracements to happen. Right? So the retracement, we're expecting price to go up, retrace around those Fibonacci retracement levels. Those are these areas that I drew, and then from any of them, and then go up, and then we want to look to buy around here, which is looking to buy somewhere around. This is a support region. This is a support region, right? So you want to look to buy close to the support as possible as you can. Okay, so that is my take for I just did um USD JPY, right? I just did USD JPY. Yeah. Okay. So let's look out for some more. Let's look at the AUD USD. Fresh. Click on the multiple time frames to make sure. Okay. Let me add my strategy. Now, when I add it, you see that this timer is kind of jumbled up. So I click on the different time frames to clear it up. Now it's clear. So I go to the time frame for identifying the trend. On 1 hour, you can see that the RSI is below what 50 here, right? Here. I could draw it, but I mean this is like the obvious one to use. This one, right? Because somewhere here, and then now it is here. But the RSI is below 50. I could draw it from here. Now what I need to do first and foremost, now look at the closest resistance and the closest support. It's kind of far. I'm kind of working. I want to be working close to the price as possible, so I can go from 1 hour, go to 15 minutes, and see if I can see a close one. This is the closest resistance on 15 minutes, and then this is the closest support on 15 minutes, right? So let me add this little one here, right? So we want to draw the trend line. There's before I draw my trend line, there's on 15 minutes you don't have any line, any minor support between this resistance and this support. So I'll go to 5 minutes to see if I can have anyone, right? Yeah, I have this. I also have this as well. Okay, and add this too. Yeah. So I want to make sure that my moving average on 1 hour is okay. It's above, right? 15 minutes also has to be above. Has to be above the current market price. This is the current market price. The moving average has to be above for me to be sure that my trend is a downtrend. Okay, so I go to the 1 hour and then add my moving average. You can see it is above on 15 minutes. It's still above the market price. Okay, come here, then come to 5 minutes and see what's going on. Okay, so as you can see, Sometimes I look at the different time frames, to help me. On 1 hour, it's kind of being rejected. You can see there's a push and then there's a rejection here, right? There's a rejection 249. There's a rejection there. You can see a rejection there, right? So probably expecting that as this is going down a bit, this should also be coming up and then coming like this for this candle to go down, for that downtrend to continue. So on 15 minutes you can see it's been going down from here. On 5 minutes it's been going down from here as well, down down down. Okay, so that is probably what we want to do. That is probably what we want to do. Okay. Okay. Oh, I didn't add my. Let me add my trend line from here. Connect this high to this lower high. Go to 15 minutes and adjust it. Adjust it on 15 minutes here. On 5 minutes as well. You can see that, right? So once I have drawn that trend line, for me, I really wouldn't want to wait for all of these candles to form before I enter my sell. Once I can see that on 5 minutes, I can see that there's a rejection. You can see that there's a kind of inverted hammer here on 5 minutes. So you really want to be working with those three time frames. There's an inverted hammer here on 5 minutes, right? So I could just place my sell around here, place my sell after this candle closes, and then put my stop loss here, right? And then see how it goes from there. Okay, so that is that for AED USD. So I'll probably do two more, then we'll call it a day. So I want to clean up my chart. Now look at on USD card, you can see where the trend started from. It's an uptrend. You can clearly see, right? You can see that the trend has been going up. It's been going up, right? So from USD card, this trend started from here. I could draw it from here and try to link here to this point, or I could also draw it from here where it's kind of bounced. It bounced from here, right? So it bounced from here, bounced from here, which could like be from here to here as well, or from here to here as well. So I'm going to work. I'll probably use this one, and then but before I do that, let me do my markups. So the closest resistance here, closest support here. So right, closest resistance, closest support. Then go to 15 minutes. Draw minor resistance and minor support as well. There's just one here. Draw it there. Go to 5 minutes and see if there's anyone. I don't like drawing too many of them. Don't really like drawing too many of them. Okay, so 5 minutes you have one here. I think I have like another here. And another one here. This will be like resistance, like take profit levels and stuff. Okay, so what's the trend here? The trend here is an uptrend, right? It's an uptrend, right? So you want to I'm linking this low here from here, right? Linking this low to this current one here, and then I want to draw my moving average and make sure that my moving average is below this current market price, to push the price up, anywhere below, as long as it's below this current market price on 1 hour. So let me add my moving average, right? It's below, right? So look at what is happening here. You can see that the RSI is trying to push up, and the stochastic RSI is coming downwards like this, and then trying to maybe start coming down. You can see how this particular RSI is, trying to go this way, right? So it's possible that it's trying to do that, right? So this might be like a retracement because it has gone up, it has retraced, and then it's trying to probably go back up. So we want to go to the other time frames to, kind of confirm, of course, just check. So 15 minutes, on 15 minutes, you can see what's going on. The stochastic RSI is at the oversold level, trying to go up, right? It's trying to do what? It's trying to go up. Now, on the 5 minute time frame, it has already gone up, but it seems it's being rejected because this RSI is, turning downwards. So it might be probably coming down, and this one might be coming back down. So what you probably want to do in this kind of situation, you probably want to wait. But what I would have done was to have, started selling from here. From here, once I saw that there was a rejection on um this trend line, I'll just start buying from there. I wouldn't even have to wait for it to go here for me to cross check. I'll just start buying from here. Like I said, just to reduce my risk, so I can probably buy from around here after this candle has closed. Can buy from there. That is at 1.35932. Let's probably buy from there. You know, buy from there. Yeah, that's probably what I would do. Buy from there, and then put my stop loss here. Worst comes to worst, if it hits my stop loss, I'm going to just, you know, I'll be out just a little amount of money. I'll lose a little amount of money as opposed to me buying when it, goes above this what do you call it? This resistance. And like I always say, I don't think it's good practice to buy up above a resistance or sell below a support. No, you want to be buying on the resistance. You want to be buying. This is a support. You want to be buying from a support, and you want to be selling from a what? From a resistance. You want to be selling close to a resistance, and you want to be buying close as possible to a support. So you put your stop loss here, put your stop loss here, and you should be good to go. So that is my take for this is USD card, right? This is USD card. Okay. What else? Let's look at USD CHF. Should we look at gold? I don't. So gold is like my last. Hmm. I don't really use this for gold, but let's see how it goes. Well, I use it for gold sometimes because gold has like a very good trend. Like, when it's trending, it can really trend well, I guess. Yeah, it does trend well actually. You want a market that is trend. You don't want a ranging market. You want a market that is trending well. Okay. You want a market that is trending well. You can use this for cryptocurrencies as well. You can see what's happening here. You can see high, lower 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 high, until it's, you know, low high, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower. You have this high, then you have a lower high, and that 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 lower high, lower high, and that high, high. That's lower high. And at this point, it starts becoming higher highs, which signifies that the downtrend is over, right? So see what's going on here. All right, so for here we want to draw the closest resistance, closest support. Let me add my moving average and see if it's below or above. It's below, right? Is it below? Yeah, it's supposed to be below. No, it's supposed to be above. It's supposed to be above because we're on a downtrend, right? So you're supposed to be linking. This is where the downtrend started from, somewhere here. You're supposed to be linking this high with a high that is yet to form because we've not really seen any kind of red candles pushing downwards, right? So if this candle is buying, if it cannot buy any longer, it will start trying to push down. So we'll go to 15 minutes and see. Let's draw the minor resistance and minor supports here. Let's also go to 5 minutes and see what's going on there. There's a kind of, you have like there's plenty of space around here, so we want to really see. So there's a kind of resistance here on 5 minutes, which is good, right? This resistance here, if you look at it on 1 hour, you can see that there's a resistance somewhere here. And if you look here, you see that you can see that that particular place, um, these two candles rejected off that place, rejected here as well on 1 hour, right? If you look to your left, you see there's a rejection here, rejection. So that's a very good place for us, right? It's a good rejection area. So um, but this candle, everything is kind of pushing up, right? So it's tricky. It's pushing up. We want to see some kind of, because we are looking for sales, right? Candle is pushing, everything is pushing up. It has been pushing up for a while, but now it has gotten to a particular resistance here. So what we probably want is for the candle, to start coming down like this. That's probably what we want. So if there's a kind of rejection and I cite that rejection on 5 minutes, if I can cite it on 5 minutes, once it starts to come down, you see I will be able to locate it here, and then once it starts to reject and it starts to come down, probably expecting the RSI to start coming down below 50, and then stochastic RSI will also start coming down like this, and then you can take advantage of that and make some money from it as well. So I think I've been able to explain um, this strategy as much as I can. If you have any questions, you can drop them in the comment section and we'll do our best um, to answer them. Okay. Yeah, so this is live trade videos. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, follow us on YouTube and our other socials, which will also be displayed very soon. Thank you and have a nice night.